Hello everyone, this is Julie with Craft with Julie, and today we're going to do layout number 1 from the Peaceful Days scrapbooking workshop from Stampin' Up. So it's this one right here. It's really pretty for winter, just beautiful, nice blues and tans, and it looks like on here they did some snow photos. So let me show you what this looks like. So I've kind of placed out everything and I am going to change it up. The photos that I'm going to scrapbook today are actually beach photos from my son's proposal back in September, I believe, so not too long ago. But I really loved the colors of the beach that went, and I felt like they went really well with this style and these colors. And I love the kits because they come with the pattern paper. So this is like an exclusive paper that you can't find anywhere else. And they come with the punch outs, and they also come with a sticker sheet. And I'll bring those out later when I'm decorating or accessorizing the page. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you how I turn this from a winter page into a beach proposal page. Okay, so first thing I did was actually I'm changing the background. This is a really pretty blue, but it was just really too dark for me. But I love this pattern, and so I actually want to bring this pattern over to this side. So what I did was I cut down that piece to be, I cut it at 6 inches, and then I cut it at, this one is 11 1/4, and I'll put all the dimensions that I cut my background down to. So if you want to recreate this, you can, and I'll put those in the description of the video. But I decided I liked just a little bit of white peeking out. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to tear this piece just to add a little bit of texture to the page. The photos I am doing are on the beach, so kind of gives that wave kind of look. And I feel like I'm doing it upside down, but there we go. So it just kind of has that nice little fun edge to it. And I'll do it on this side as well. And I'm just bringing it towards me, or tearing it towards me, so that white shows through. And I don't want to tear off too much, so I'm trying to keep it as close to the edge as possible. I just really love this soft color. This is kind of like a cloud cover pattern, but it has this on the back. So if you have different photos, you could totally flip it over and do the same thing, just with the different pattern. So I have my big gun with me today, my big ATG. ATG. Okay, so I'm just gonna lay that down. And here, I'll get my Tombow out. There we go. Save some room on my desk. And I'm just leaving a little bit of that white edge just to add another layer to the page. Okay, so I did put aside all of the pieces that I have cut and also punched out. And let me grab the instructions. I am going to put the circles pretty much where they show to do it, and go along with pretty much the same format of this layout, just change it up, you know, just change the background a little bit. Okay, so we have these huge circles, these really nice big circles, and they tell us to put it at 1 inch down and 2/4 inch to, well, that's the 1 inch down and like 2 1/4 over. Okay, so 1 inch And 2 1/4 would be about right there. I'm going to turn this around a little bit so the pattern, I don't know, the pattern looks a little funny to me that way. Okay, and then we have this one. So again, these are the punch outs. I'll tell you exactly what project they go to. And this one is 2 1/8 and 1 1/2 up. So there's just basically touching this other circle right there. So yes, this step one does get a little lost, but I think if wants to put the photo on there, it's totally going to work out. Okay, so now we have these strips of paper, and I did have them laid out. So we have this one. This one they have, I think it's cloud cover, and they show you how you can emboss it on an embossing folder to give it some dimension, but I decided I just want to change the color. Just change the color altogether. I felt like the cloud cover got lost in all of the things, and so that's why I changed it to, oh goodness, Harbor Sea, yeah, something like that. It's been a minute since I have played around with these colors, so I'm forgetting. Secret Sea, I think that's what it is. Okay, so they kind of go like that. You can look at the instructions, like this one is like a 1/2 inch, and this bottom one is 3 inches. So maybe I'll just go ahead and lay those down. So this one is already that pattern paper, so 3 inches and 1 1/2 inches over. So about right there. I shouldn't line that up so I can, oh, that is not 3 inches. There we go. This is 3 inches and then 1 1/2 over. Okay, that's better. Then we're going to add this. You could do the lighter side or the darker side. I like the darker side. I tend to go towards the darker side a lot of the time. And this one goes about a 1/2 inch from the edge. And then this one goes about 2 inches from the left-hand side. So about right there. So it kind of has fun variance in the size and the strips. Okay, so let's do these ones up here. We have this one, and it looks like it goes about 2 5/8 and 1 1/2. So 2 5/8, so 1 2 and then 1 1/2. I'm just gonna eyeball it and say right there. And I'm hoping they're going on straight. It's sometimes hard to tell when you're not right on top of it, but okay. And then we'll do our Secret Sea. And this one is a 1/4. Oops, got a little extra glue on the end of that. A 1/4 inch from the right-hand side. About right there, just butt it up. This layout would be so fun to use different patterns or different patterns and colors. And you can just use strips that you have left over from other projects. Wouldn't that be so fun? You could definitely do like a traditional Christmas page with this. Okay, so then we have our photos. Let me grab them. I have a few little extra things I think I'm going to try with some ink and such. So let's grab the photos. Now these, I cut the crumb cake in the size that they said, and then I'm using the photo placemat, and so I cut my photos down just 1/8 of an inch smaller, so it had that white that goes around it. And then on this one over here, I'm actually using the journaling square, but it's just going to be my background because I didn't like the all smiles didn't really fit with what we were going for. So these will actually go on this side, and then I'll have these over here. So we have the proposal. My son wanted to get this iconic shot from the beach of San Francisco with the Golden Gate Bridge. And so he and I and his girlfriend at the time, now fiance, there's a little glue on there, and her parents went on a trip to San Francisco. Hold on, let's see, 1.5 and 2 1/4. There we go. And so it was she knew about the trip. Everybody knew that this was going to happen, but her. We kind of just said we were going for a 49ers football game, and just to visit San Francisco. And then almost this was actually our last full day in San Francisco. We went to the beach, and we met up with a photographer, and let's see. Yep, I think it goes over this way a little bit more. To do family photos. That was kind of our thing. We're just gonna go to the beach and get some photos done because she loves the beach. And then he ended up proposing. Okay, so we have, this was the title, Circle, Cherished and Loved, which is super cute, but I found this on my Cricut, and so I cut it exactly the same size, and then I just added the words in pecan pie and then that Secret Sea, and that's going to be my title instead. So you can definitely change up the titles. I would have just flipped it over, but it had that project one on there, so that wasn't going to work. So we can add this to the page right there. And then we have our little stickers and things, which I'll set aside, and we'll do that in the end. And then let's do this side. Oops. And then we can accessorize it all at the same time. Okay, so I had the full page, but I like I said, I just wanted more color, more of the brown and the white to come out. And so I have our circles. These are blue, so they match the aesthetic. It would have matched the other, or the pattern paper on this side, but I changed it. So let's add our circles real quick. And if you couldn't tell, she said yes. So that was a really fun thing to be a part of, and we held that secret for ever. Like, we had this trip planned for months, and she just, poor thing, had to wait to get her ring. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, so about 9 inches, and 1 5/8, about right there. And she almost ran out of patience, I think, but I think she liked the surprise. It was fun. And we had to have her parents there, right? Because her mom and dad need to just be there to witness the, let's see, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, I'm just gonna put it there. Anyway, so it was just gonna be the 4 of us, but I'm like, no, we need to invite her parents, because that's just something you can't miss. I'd be really sad if I missed that. So it was so fun to get to know her parents and to get to know her better. And we did go to that 49ers game. I did do a scrapbook page on it, so if you missed that, you can go back and look and see what I created for the football game. I'll actually put a link up in the up here in this video, so you can find it easily. 1, 2, 3.5, and then this circle is not even peeking out. So let's scooch this over. There we go. Kind of looks like Mickey ears if you go that way. Okay, so then, so first, what's really cute, we got there, the photographer was there, and we said we're doing a family photo shoot. Oh, I forgot the strips. hold on. I got talking. Let's put the strips on. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'll put that over there real quick, and then we'll add our little strips. So we got to the beach, the photographer's there. We said we were gonna do a family shoot, and so we did group photos. My husband and I did photos. Her parents did some photos. And then the photographer's like, okay, well, what's next? And we're like, well, let's do, or actually he did the parents first as couples, and then he did them, and he had them face opposite directions. I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time. He had them face opposite directions, and then he had them turn around, and that's where he was down on one knee and asked her to marry him. So then after that, they just took off and did their own little photo shoot. So they had cute little engagement session, and we just stood there and texted all our friends and family, let them know that finally they were engaged. They've been together for 4 years. By the time they get married, it will be 5. They're getting married on their 5th anniversary of being together, like on the day. I think that's so cute. And so now we're just in the middle of the fun wedding plan. So if you have any good advice for a mom or a boy mom planning wedding, let me know in the comments. I probably should just stay out of it and let them do all the things, right? I just follow them around with my checkbook. That's basically what they need, right? I'm not measuring this side. I'm just going rogue. They do have the dimensions if you want to follow those, but I'm kind of just going to go with it and do the same kind of staggering the colors and the strips so they kind of have more, I don't know, kind of fun look to them. Okay. And it looks like to me that one is lopsided, but I'm not going to fuss with it at the moment. Okay, so then we have this photo of all of us. I had to include that because that's part of the story where we all went on this little vacation together. It actually was really super fun. A lot of people are like, wow, you went with the in-laws? And I'm like, yeah, and it was great. It was so fun. Her parents are so cute. And my son really hit the jackpot with the in-laws. So I think they are going to be just fine. 2, 3.5. And right there. There we go. Isn't that so cute? And just tell how happy. And then we have instead of doing the journaling, I'm going to put a picture of the ring itself because it's so pretty. And that has a whole story too. So someday I'll have to share that story of how the ring came to be as well. But okay. So now we can just add the stickers. I'm gonna grab those. Okay, so here's the sticker sheet. And let me add the flowers where I think they're supposed to go. We'll kind of go from there. So there's flower. We do have this white, and I might have lost some flowers along the way. There's another one down here, and this other page. I really should just take the 1, 2, 3. I think I did lose a flower somewhere. I'll have to find it because there is one more flower. Should take the staple out of this so it's easier to see. Okay, so we have this flower. We have one right here, and then there's one up there. So I'll have to find that one. And then we do have this white, but it would go white on white. So I think I'm gonna just move that right over there to do that. Okay, so first I wanted to maybe add a little stamping. I'll hold, ooh, all my things just want to fly around. Okay, see if it'll stay there. All right, so I think I want to do a little bit of stamping to kind of tone down this white space just a little bit. So I grabbed the Crumb Cake card, or not cardstock, the ink pad. This is the Crumb Cake cardstock. And then I saw these cute little dots. And so I think I want to add just a little bit of the dots in these circle areas. I will try it first and see if I like it. So this is from Jar of Joy. I still need to use that stamp set. It's been sitting there. It matches the other one. We did the other jar set not too long ago, and it totally matches. So if you have the jar punch, you can use that one too. So actually I did just use that on our last month, if I remember right, with the Christmas gingerbreads. So okay, let's see what this looks like. Okay, that's kind of cute. All right, so let's see where our little bunches are. Okay, it looks like there is one. I think I just want to add a little bit there. Maybe down here. Okay. You just add a little bit around this circle. And then maybe right here. Oh, and then let's add one more right here. Okay, let's do it on the other side. Usually I don't do two at the same time. I usually do the left side and then do the right side. Okay. And let's do one right there. Maybe right here. And let's do another one right here. And see if they get covered up or not. Okay, I did also bring in some accents. So if we want to use those. So we got some fun things we can do to accessorize this page. So let's go ahead and get going on the accessorizing. So first I'm going to start with this She Said Yes. I'm going to add this directly to the page. And the little things will kind of come off of that. And then we have this guy, and let me grab my dots. We have a couple left. And add one right there at the corner. I should flip it to the other page so I can see. There we go. They do have those cute little doves, but I'm going to leave them off of this page. I don't feel like the doves really match my vibe. I mean, I guess if we decided that they were seagulls, we could go that direction. Okay, so now we have these fun leaves. They're all stickers. So I'm going to be super careful in making sure I get the right one with the right, I think this one. Nope. Well, maybe. Go right here, and look, I covered up all of the cute little dots. So I'm just gonna have to go back and do some more dots. That one looks like it goes there. And then this one has a little 3 leaf. I need to find that flower. And going to add this as well. And I've just flipped it over so it's going kind of the same direction as this, and it'll just be right underneath that flower when I find it. And I'm sure it's on my desk somewhere. Okay. And then we have one, let's see, there's like 3 smaller leaves on the top. See if this looks like the right one. Just tuck that under. I actually need to bring, I think I need to bring that flower up just a little bit. Just carefully pull that up. Okay, and then we're going to grab another one of those. It looks like this one. And put it going this way. So pretty. It's just so elegant. You could definitely use it for this layout for all kinds of different occasions. Oh, we still need this one down here. I love how it just complements the beach colors and the colors in these photos. So fun. Okay, just peel that up a little bit so I can tuck it a little bit further underneath there. Okay. I still have the little dots right there though. So I'll decide if I want to add some more. Okay, and then on this side, we have some hearts, these brown hearts. Go right here. I think there are some hearts on the other side too. Oh, I'm getting all messed up because I'm doing 2 pages at a time. Usually I just focus on one and the other. So I think I need to go back to doing that because that's what I'm used to. One page at a time. So let's add some dimensionals to this one. I'll grab another sheet. Okay, and then let's find the leaves. So this is like a little three leafer. And kind of add it right here. So I love the kits because it starts with the idea, and even though it was beautiful as is, I can change it up to work with my photos a little bit better, to my preference a little bit better, and it's definitely a great starting point. But then definitely you can customize it to whatever you need. Like I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time. You think I'd be used to doing that by now? I'm not. I'm trying to think. Okay. And then we have one here, and it's a little three leafer. Add that down here. And it gives me the ideas, you know, starting out with the layout as what is, and then I could go from there. But I can still use the same ideas for the clustering and all of that good stuff. Okay, so we have this one, that one, that one. Okay, I think we have a couple more hearts. Sorry, this one is like all over the place. See, they were on that dark paper, so I couldn't see them very well. So we have one up here. I think I actually want to add some dots real quick before I add. Okay, so I'm getting that crumb cake back out. And let's add some dots. Okay. Add this circle. My dauber's getting in the way. And then we have another heart down here. And then one more. Down here, which I need to find that flower. Okay, so did I get them all? So I have 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. Okay, so let's see what we have, see if we need to add anything else, or we are good to go. And maybe we can add in some of these pearls, or we have some of these dots that match as well. So I think I'm actually going to go a little with the brown. Maybe add a couple of those around. And I like the small ones so I can just kind of stick them next to the hearts. And let's maybe add like 2 down here. And then 1 here. Okay, I think that looks done. If you enjoyed this layout, I would love a thumbs up. Maybe leave me a comment. Maybe let me know what you would put on, what type of pictures you would put on this layout. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. We'll be doing layout number 2 next week, so you definitely don't want to miss that. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time.